while, a really sweet friend of my mom drove by and dropped those 2 giant bunches of bananas at our place. So I was like, staring at them, like when one banana smiled at me, I'm like, oh, so sweet. But when 10 bananas smiled at me, I'm like, hold on.
Banana. Stuart? Banana. Banana!
So whether you're trying to use up those bananas at your place or looking for some healthy sweet dessert recipes, this video is for you.
Ba 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 banana. Oh, ba 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 banana.
Back to topic, the bananas. Bananas seem to show up everywhere, from supermarket to cafe to smoothie bar, and even at the finish lines of marathons. And it's no wonder why. Beyond their sweet, distinct taste, they are packed with nutrients like potassium for heart health, fiber for digestion, antioxidant for cell protection, vitamin B6 to support energy metabolism, and vitamin C for glowing skin. But most importantly, they provide quick, steady energy due to their carbohydrate content. A medium-sized banana provides about 366 kilojoules of energies that contains approximately 19.6 grams of carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are the body's main source of energy. They serve as the primary fuel for the brain and are the only energy source for the red blood cells. Carbs also support muscle functions, metabolic pathways, and are crucial in maintaining blood sugar levels. Any excess carbs we eat can be stored away as glycogen, a form of short-term energy the body can draw on when needed. So in order for our body to function properly, having our legs moving and brain thinking, we need to consume carbs in our daily diet. In this 3-minute microwave mug cake, bananas brings in naturally sweet carbs, along with cocoa powder that additionally adds some antioxidants. This warm chocolatey banana cake is perfect for those busy days where you just need something sweet, but fast. In Australia, the acceptable macronutrient distribution range for daily energy intake recommends 45 to 65% of energy from carbohydrates, followed by 20 to 35% from fat and 15 to 25% from protein. That means almost half to 2/3 of your daily calories comes from carbs. Keeping that ratio in mind is pretty fascinating to think about how smart and magical our foods are by nature. Carbs are not only found in rice, bread, or pasta, they're hidden in so many everyday foods, including apples, oranges, corns, beans, and even milk, all contain varying amounts of carbohydrates. If you've watched my fiber video, you might remember that fiber is actually part of the big carbohydrate family. Technically speaking, dietary fiber refers to the carbohydrate polymers, with 10 or more monomeric units that aren't broken down by the enzymes in our small intestine. Instead, fiber moves through our gut, either staying intact to add bulk or being fermented by the bacteria in our large intestine, depending on their type. And while I've already talked about the specific types of fiber within the previous video, it's also helpful to know that fiber can be grouped into 2 broader categories. This includes the natural fiber, which refers to the naturally occurring carbohydrates polymers obtained from raw materials like fruits, veggies, legumes, and whole grains. And then there's the synthetic fiber, which is made through processing. They can still be beneficial for our health, especially when backed by science. Even though fiber belongs to the carbs family, it behaves quite differently in the body compared to sugars or starches. Instead of being quickly broken down and absorbed, fiber helps to slow things down, keeping you feel fuller for longer and supporting more stable blood sugar levels. That's also why fiber-rich foods tend to have a lower glycemic index, often referred to as having low GI. I'll explain the concept of GI in more details later on. And if you're interested in getting to know more health benefits and functions of fiber, feel free to check out my last video. This banana bread overnight oat is such a great source of both carbs and fiber. The oats gives you complex carbs and beta-glucan, which support digestion and provide long-lasting energy. Even better, the banana adds in the natural sweetness and a quick energy supply from glucose. If you've seen my tiramisu overnight oats recipe, you'll remember that soaking oats overnight helps form resistant starch. And alongside with the chia seed in the mix, you can get extra boosts of fiber, carbs, and protein. We often tend to label simple carbs as the villains and complex carbs as the heroes rescuing us from guilt. But that's not always the full story. So let's break it down by first understanding the difference between the two. To tell whether a carb is simple or complex, we need to look at its chemical structure, specifically how the sugar molecules are arranged. Simple carbs like fructose and glucose in fruits are linear chained, which allows them to provide a quick energy supply. In contrast, complex carbs such as amylopectin are branched chain starches, meaning they take longer to break down but offering more sustained energy. Although most of the time complex carbs are better for giving our body steady, long-lasting energy, there are moments in life when simple carbs are actually a better choice. For example, right after an intense run or workout, simple carbs can rapidly replenish the glycogen stores for your muscles. Or even when your brain just needs a fast energy boost, some sweet fruits in a smoothie can power your brain. So it's not about good or bad carbs, it's about when and how to use them. Understanding the role of each type of carbs can help support your body more wisely. And that brings us to something you've probably seen on food labels all the time: low GI. But what does that actually mean? It ties right into everything we've just covered about simple and complex carbs. The term GI refers to the glycemic index, which measures how quickly your food raises your blood sugar levels. High GI carbs cause a rapid spike in blood sugars, followed by a quick drop that can leave you feeling tired or hungry again. While low GI foods digest and release energy more slowly, giving you sustained energy and more stable blood sugar levels. That's why many complex carbs products tend to be labeled as low GI. However, GI isn't only determined by whether a carb is simple or complex. It's also affected by factors like how refined the food is, its chemical and physical structure, how it's cooked, and whether it's eaten alongside with fiber, fat, or protein. That means we can actually alter the GI of our meals. For example, adding in fiber or fat to a meal can lower the glycemic index, helping you feel fuller for longer and preventing those sudden sugar crashes. To prepare yourself for a new day of focused mind, steady energy, and lasting fullness, go for the complex carbs options like oats, whole grain breads, brown rice, or legumes. They take longer to digest and come with bonus nutrients like thiamine, folate, and iron. But when you need that quick energy supply, like before or after a workout, or even need that quick brain recharge, simple carbs like bananas can give you that fast energy boost. Matching your carbs to your daily needs helps to keep your body more balanced and stay happy throughout the day. The combo of the crisp layers, sweet bananas, and creamy cheese from the mozzarella pie were way beyond expectations. I mean, look at that cheese stretch. You can literally see how surprised I was. Not only that it's super easy to make, but pairing the carbs from banana with protein from mozzarella helps slow down digestion, stabilizes blood sugar levels, and provide more sustained energy. And for the toppings, I did swap sesame seeds for chia seeds. Yes, because I'm a chia seed fanatic, and yes, because I honestly couldn't find any sesame seed at home. But look at how similar they look, with bonus intake of fiber and protein. When we bite into a piece of sweet and moist banana bread, the digestion of the carbs actually begins in our mouth. An enzyme called salivary amylase starts breaking down the starches into smaller sugar pieces. Then, as they travel into the small intestine, pancreatic amylase takes over, breaking most digestible carbs down into simple sugars like glucose and fructose. These sugars are then absorbed through the intestine and released into our bloodstream, giving energy to our brain, muscles, and cells. But not all carbs take the same route. Some like fiber and resistant starch don't get digested in the small intestine at all. Instead, they head to the large intestine, where they add bulk to your stool or get fermented by your gut bacteria. And this difference in digestion helps to explain why not all carbs affect your body the same way. For example, carbs with higher glycemic index get digested and absorbed very quickly, leading to a fast spike in blood sugar levels. But low GI carbs, often containing fiber, like oats and whole grains, release energy more gradually, keeping you fuller for longer and helping your energy stay nice and steady. Now, onto one of the biggest health obsessions of all time, whole grains. You've probably seen them everywhere, in cereal ads, recipe videos, or wellness blogs, claiming they're the secret to better digestion, energy support, and weight loss. And honestly, I used to think it was just because they were lower in calories, so that they could help with weight management. But surprisingly, if you actually compare the nutrition labels between products, whole grain versions often have more calories than other options. And that had me wonder for quite some time. If they're higher in calories, why are people still recommending them for weight loss? Well, before we get to the final answer, let's meet this mysterious whole grain that people are in love with. Unlike refined grains, which remove the fiber-rich bran and nutrient-packed germ, the term whole grain simply means the whole pieces of grain are retained. By maintaining all parts of the grain, whole grains are naturally rich in fiber, B vitamins, iron, iodine, magnesium, and folate. The 6 nutrients are highlighted by the Australian National Nutrition Survey as key contributions of grain to our diet. And all those nutrients come with a range of health benefits. Whole grain-rich diets have been associated with a lower risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, bowel cancer, and better weight management over time. Due to their more complex structure, they take longer to break down, which means they have a lower glycemic impact. So even though they're a bit higher in calories, whole grain keeps you fuller for longer and give you steady energy supply. By stabilizing your blood sugar levels, your portion size may reduce and are less likely to overeat later. If you can only remember one thing from this video, please just remember this. Do not panic over the number on the scale after a carb-heavy day. That sudden weight jump? It's not fat gain, it's mostly water. For every gram of carbohydrate your body stores as glycogen, it holds on to 3 to 4 grams of water. So if you've ever felt puffy or suddenly gained weight after a big pasta night, it's completely normal, and your body will settle back once that extra water is gone. Crisp on top and very moist inside. Look at that. This banana bread recipe is made with wholemeal flour, coconut oil, and no refined sugar, with natural sweetness from the ripened bananas and just a little extra from honey. Hey guys, I just got home from my dance lesson and we're gonna use up our last banana. And we're gonna turn it into a smoothie. Yay! If you're still here listening up to this point, I am honestly so proud of you. You've earned your spot in the Royal Carb Academy. And now, let me share the final eating tip to help you team up even better with our friend carbs. That is not to have carb by itself. Combining carbs with protein or healthy fats slows down digestion, which helps your body absorb nutrients more gradually. This gives you longer lasting energy and helps keep your blood sugar levels more stable. This creamy avocado banana smoothie is a perfect example. Soy milk and yogurt brings in the protein. While avocado adds in the healthy fats and vitamins, bananas offer natural carbohydrate and fiber, creating a balanced, low GI smoothie that supports energy levels and stable blood sugars in a sweet and satisfying way. Well done on saving all the bananas with me! Success! Let me know in a comment if you have tried any of those recipes, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I'll see you then. Bye for now.